Really excited about today's lesson, talking about mindset. I focus a lot on, not just on the content itself, but about you and your connection with the content. I think that's something missing in a lot of education, and that's something really crucial. And so I want to talk about mindset today. And let me just ask you a couple questions really quickly. Do you agree that, let's see here, do you agree that you're born with a certain amount of intelligence and you can't change that? Do you agree with that or disagree with that? I'll give you another one. Smart people don't try as hard as other people. What do you think? Do you agree or disagree with that? Now, what you say says a lot about your kind of mindset, about how you look at intelligence, about how you look at learning, and how you look at growth, okay? I don't know what you said, of course, but whatever it is, that's fine. Let me just give you another example really quickly. Would you rather do something you know really well and you're really good at it? Or would you like to try something new that might make you look stupid? What do you think? Now for me, if you asked me this question 5 years ago, I would have said, definitely do what I'm good at. Right now I'm studying Japanese. I'm learning. I'm not so great at it. But anyway, so before that, I tried to study Spanish, like most Americans, right? And for me, it was a waste of time. I hated speaking Spanish. I lived in Korea and moved to Korea for a year. I tried to learn Korean. I stopped after a week. Didn't want to do it. I lived in Japan for 2 years. Married a Japanese woman. Never learned the language. I tried for a month or two and then I just quit. Why? I had a fixed mindset. Today we're going to talk about growth mindset and fixed mindset. And what we need to strive for is to have a growth mindset. I had a fixed mindset. Let me explain a fixed mindset. And let me just tell you about me. I hated being wrong. I still don't like being wrong, really. But I really hated being wrong. And it was really important for me to look intelligent. It was really important for me to look like I knew everything, right? When that is important to you, you can't learn something new. Because when you learn something new, you're going to look stupid. You're going to make mistakes. Lots of my students, when they're studying for the TOEFL speaking, they don't want to speak because they didn't hear everything in the listening. They don't want to sound stupid. They want to be correct. We got to stop focusing on being correct and instead focus on communicating and growing. That's what's going to improve you, improve your speaking. That's what's going to help you learn in general. When I was studying Japanese or whatever language, Korean or Spanish, I knew I sounded stupid. And I knew I was wrong, And so, let's say, in Japanese, my name is Josh. Watashi wa name wa Josh desu, right? But when I first started, I had a very strong American accent. Watashi wa name wa Joshu desu, Josh desu, And so I knew I sounded stupid. And then so my teacher would try to correct me, So namae, and I'm like, name. No, it's not your name. In Japanese, Nihongo wa name is namae. Namae. And then so I would get angry, right? I would get angry that somebody was keep correcting me and I was wrong all the time. And so I couldn't learn and it wasn't enjoyable. Now, it's fun for me. I learn a lot. I grow. I make a lot of mistakes. You can hear me make mistakes on the Talking Japanese podcast. But, I changed, right? Because I stopped worrying about being correct. And my focus was on my relationships with people, about my career, about learning and growing. I wanted to grow as a person. And when that becomes the most important thing to you, then you can really learn and master and become better at whatever it is you're doing. If it's studying a language, if it's studying for a test, if it's studying a new skill, whatever it is, focus on growth, not on how you look, right? Not on your image. Right? The questions I asked you in the beginning, do smart people have to try, hard, try less than other people? Of course not. Smart people try just as hard, right? It's not natural. You work at it. Is your intelligence fixed? No, you work at it, right? You become better at it over time. I didn't magically become, a TOEFL teacher and, learning Japanese and studying English and all that stuff. This took time for me to get to the point where I am now, right? And that's because I needed to grow. I needed to grow. So I want you to see this chart here. This is there's a link to where I found it. It's online. It's very useful. It's a very nice chart. There's a link to the PDF if you want to look at it. There's a PDF where I ask some questions, a kind of a survey to see if you have a growth or a fixed mindset. And so to show you the difference between them, okay? So here, a fixed mindset, when there's challenges, they avoid challenges, right? But if you're growing, you need to face challenges, right? You need to attack them and learn from them, okay? Obstacles, people who have fixed mindset give up easily. I quit Korean in a week. I quit Japanese, took me a little longer, a couple months, right? Now I've been studying solid for almost a year now, right? And I love it, okay? So for me, obstacles become something that is not a setback, but something that I learn from. I learn from my obstacles, right? And I grow from them. Effort. Basically, somebody with a growth mindset knows that effort is the most important thing, and you just keep trying, keep trying, keep trying. You don't just give up very easily, okay? So you put a lot of effort in. Criticism. So if you have a fixed mindset, you might ignore criticism. You might think criticism, you don't take it very seriously. I still struggle with this, to be honest. I don't like criticism very much. But I try my best to calm down and listen and learn from criticism. I'm stubborn sometimes, but I'm trying to be more growth-oriented, more of a growth mindset. And I'm trying, and that's the most important thing, is that you try. You're not going to change your personality in one day, right? This takes time. And then success of others, and then, so if you have a fixed mindset, you feel threatened by others. You think, they make me look bad. But here, you get inspired by people in a growth mindset, and you feel happy for them, right, if they succeed. Because they're not you, and, you have your own goals. You want to focus on growth. You want to focus on your own goals, your own learning, your effort, the challenges you face, how you handle them. And this is going to help you in speaking English, not just in speaking English, but just in any learning in general. You want to focus on growth. You want to focus on learning. You want to focus on efforts, not on being correct and looking a certain way to others. Okay, that's it. Bye-bye.